listening to Crystal Clear Lore, a Wormsong production. The neon pulse of Ocean Drive throbbed like an open wound under the night sky, bodies slick with sweat and coconut oil grinding against each other in the salt-thick air, laughter fracturing into screams as another bottle shattered against the curb. Spring break had turned South Beach into a living altar of flesh and fleeting want. Girls in neon bikinis twirling glow sticks like talismans, frat boys howling at the sky, the bass from the invisible speakers rattling teeth and rib cages alike. Amid the crush, he moved untouched, a shadow with wings that no one quite saw, his golden bow slung low across his back like a promise. Eros had come to Miami, not for the sun or the sex or the spilled tequila, but for the raw, unguarded hunger that bloomed here, unchecked. Thousands of hearts beating too fast, too open, begging to be pierced. He smiled, a small, ancient thing, and knocked his black-tipped arrow, the kind that didn't spark romance but devoured it from the inside out. He drifted along the edge of the throng like smoke, eyes sliding over the sweat-glistened crowd, their pulses hammering beneath thin tank tops and bikini strings. One girl spun too fast, her glow-stick necklace whipping like a lash. Another boy pressed his forehead to a stranger's, whispering something profane and hopeful. So much easy vulnerability, so much fuel. Eros paused beneath a flickering palm strung with fairy lights, the bow heavy against his spine. He had not always been this way, not this cold, not this deliberate in his cruelty. Once he had been older than the stars, born from chaos itself in the dawn of everything, a blind, aching force without face or mercy, the first hunger that split void into wanting. No mother then, no laughter, only the raw imperative to join, to consume, to make two things one at any cost. Later, the poets dressed him up. Winged boy, Aphrodite's spoiled son, her pretty instrument for petty revenges and golden affairs. They gave him arrows of gold for sweet passion, lead for bitter rejection. They forgot that every shaft carried a piece of the primordial dark, desire that could devour reason, identity, even the self. He had learned the truth of it the hard way. When he pricked himself gazing at Psyche, he had tasted what mortals endured, the madness of loving without choice, the exquisite torment of a heart remade by force. Every forced infatuation he inflicted afterward echoed that torment. He gave others the arrow's curse, so he would never have to feel it alone again. Better to be the archer than the prey. Better to watch them burn than burn himself. The centuries had hardened him. The cherub mask the mortals loved, pink cheeks, diaper, toy bow, was a joke he no longer bothered with. Here in this neon fever dream of Miami, he could be honest. No more gold arrows for fleeting hookups, only the black-tipped ones remained. The ones that rooted deep and rotted inward, turning affection into fixation, need into violence, love into a slow, exquisite consumption. His gaze settled on a target, a lanky guy in board shorts, maybe 21, standing apart from his crew with a plastic cup dangling forgotten in his hand. The boy's eyes kept drifting back to a girl dancing nearby, unrequited already, a small ember of want, perfect kindling. Eros lifted the bow, the string humming like a heartbeat against his fingers. One shot, one sting, and the boy would learn what Eros had known since the beginning. Love was never gentle. It was hunger wearing a beautiful face. Eros drew the black-tipped arrow from the quiver at his hip with deliberate slowness, the fletching whispering against his fingers like dried leaves. The shaft was obsidian dark, veined with something that pulsed faintly, as if it carried its own corrupted heartbeat. He knocked it without flourish. No dramatic draw, no theatrical pause, just the quiet certainty of a predator who had done this for eons. He exhaled once, the sound lost in the thump of bass and distant whoops, the bowstring sang taut against his knuckles. He released. The arrow crossed the space in silence, invisible to every eye but his own. It struck clean, sinking soundlessly into the boy's sternum, just below the collarbone. No blood sprayed, no cry rang out. The shaft vanished into flesh like smoke into water, leaving only the briefest flicker, a shadow passing over the boy's face, gone in an instant. The boy blinked, swayed slightly, then steadied himself. He shook his head as if shaking off a chill, took a long pull from his cup, and turned back toward the girl. But something had already begun. Beneath the thin fabric of his tank top, the entry wound bloomed, not a neat puncture, but a spreading stain, the color of old bruises and fresh rot. At first it was small, a dime-sized circle of blackened skin ringed in faint crimson, like an overripe plum split open. Then the veins answered. Thin, ink-dark tendrils snaked outward from the mark, threading beneath the surface like roots seeking water. They spidered across his chest, up toward his throat, down along his ribs, visible even through the shirt if you knew where to look. The skin around them paled to a sickly gray, as though the life was being leached inward, replaced by something colder, hungrier. By the time the boy reached the edge of the dance floor, the mark had grown to the size of a fist. The black veins pulsed faintly in time with his quickening heartbeat, thickening, branching, curling like calligraphy written in poison. Heat radiated from it, not feverish warmth, but a dry, consuming burn that made sweat bead on his forehead. He scratched absently at his chest, frowning, then pressed his palm flat over the spot as if to soothe an itch. His fingers came away trembling. He stared at them, confused, not yet understanding that the corruption had already rooted deeper than skin. Eros lowered the bow, watching. The boy's eyes found the girl again, this time with new intensity. Pupils blown wide, mouth twisting into something between a smile and a snarl. The obsession had taken hold. Soon he would follow her. Soon he would need her in ways that words like want and love could no longer contain. And the mark would keep spreading, a living map of his unraveling, until nothing remained but the hunger Eros had gifted him. The god turned away, already scanning for the next heart ripe for piercing. Miami's spring break stretched out before him like an endless banquet, and he was only just beginning to feast.
Welcome back to Crystal Clear Lore. I'm Crystal Lance, and today I'm pretty excited about today's topic. This is going to be our first delve into the pantheons of the old gods.
All right, I'm excited. I'm Brady, by the way. She forgot to introduce me again.
You're fine.
But, nobody cares about the guy who just pushes buttons, that's all.
Button pushing Brady.
Yeah. Do we have any dark tunnel updates? Because I haven't been in there in a while.
No, I don't want to go in there. It's getting scarier.
Yeah, last time I was in there, it was really weird noises, and it wasn't just from the kids' room.
No, I don't want to go even close to that.
This is more of an easternly direction that I heard it from, and it was terrifying. So
yeah, we might have to seal it soon.
If anybody wants to go on an expedition into the mysterious endless tunnel in our closet, you're just going to have to wait.
Yeah, we have to, I don't know, we have to like gear up. Okay,
yeah. We need to see her credentials, and we'll make a thing of it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
I don't know. Anyway.
So we are talking today about Eros. He is Hellenic, which means that he is Greek or Roman, and they are pretty much the same thing.
Does it have anything to do with Helena?
What do you mean?
Hellenic?
You mean like Helena of Troy? What was that her name?
Helen of Troy?
Helen of Troy.
I was kind of saying, I was conflating that with Montana.
No.
Actually, because it's, 10 o'clock and we're old, so my brain's off. But yes, Helen of Troy. That's the thing I needed.
She was Greek. Troy was a Greek city-state. Well, so there's a possibility, but I'm not actually sure where Hellenic... Hold on. So...
You're
making my brain... Thing, my brain is broken now.
I've heard that word so many times, and I just I knew kind of the era or whatever, but I didn't really know exactly why it was called that.
Stems from Helen, but Hellen, which is a mythological ancestor, son of Deucalion, who gave his name to the Hellenes, Greeks, and their land, Hellas, Greece.
Oh, okay.
So
Hellas, Greece.
Hellas is what we call Greece nowadays.
Interesting. We got some geography.
That's history, not
involving geography.
Like tangentially involving
geography. It was wrapped all the way around geography.
So Eros is his Greek name. The Romans had two names for him, Amor or Cupid.
Ding, 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 ding. I was wondering when we were going to get there.
Yeah, I didn't
think we were going to get there this early. I thought you were going to tease him a bit.
No, I didn't try. Because it's Hellenic, any of those names are going to come up on this one.
Yeah. I like Eros. It's actually a pun.
It is a pun.
It's not completely intentional.
No.
It just ended up that way.
Eros in ancient Greek, his name means love and desire, usually the sexual desire.
Yeah.
The wordage the etymology might be older than ancient Greek, but no one's really positive. When I studied this, I had an ancient Greek and Mediterranean islands course in college, And they haven't even translated all of the old languages that they have found.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine how hard that is anyway.
Because before the Greeks, there was the Minoans, and they were able to like partially translate Minoan B, which is the later script they found, but nobody can translate Minoan A, which is the first transcript they found.
Rough.
So it's still kind of in the air exactly how old some of this is.
Well, yeah, maybe sometime in the future they'll know more, and maybe they won't.
But he does, yeah, we'll see. He does still have a pretty, I would say, powerful influence on languages of today, because his other Roman name, Amor, it's used today in Romance languages.
Yeah, I was going to say I've heard that one.
To mean love, and that is mostly...
Is it actually just Latin for love?
I think it is Latin for love, yeah, because...
At least that's Espanol for love, at least. For someone you're in love with, you're mi amor.
Mi amor. Mi amor is, it's Spanish and Italian. And
so it must be Latin. Look that up really quick.
It's like
I don't know if we have time for that. But.
It's amor with like an E at the end for French.
Oh, okay. Amore.
Amore. I don't know.
If you even pronounce the E. I don't know.
I
don't know the vowel rules of French as we learned last week. So
French.
So if you missed it, that was a disaster. I think I pronounced everything right.
You didn't do a bad job.
You don't understand the amount of editing that made sure that outcome was true, but we won't go there.
We also use the word erotic, and that does come from Eros.
Erotic. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
And, there's some dots to connect there.
He does have a little bit more added to his name, so he's got a couple epithets. The Greeks gave him one that was like key bearing, because he bears the keys to your heart.
Oh, yeah, so it's poetic.
Yep, and then the other one is pandemos, which means common to all people.
Pandemic.
Yep, common to all people.
Which, that's part of, they say that's part of what makes us human, or separates us as humans.
Is that love is a pandemic?
No. Herpes as a pandemic. No. I mean, that's also, speaking of tangentially. No. I lost my train of thought because of a stupid joke. Sorry. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
On that one? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We'll fleet that one.
His appearance, so in the story we had him just kind of be like a winged man, and that's kind of the way he is normally portrayed. He's a young man. He's got feathery wings that carries a bow and arrows.
Yeah.
He has also been portrayed as a blindfolded youth because love is blind.
I've seen that one, and then also the cherub.
Cherub is super common.
That's the most common, because that's when I think of Cupid. It's just mostly because it was a little bit memeified in our cartoons growing up.
So the cherub actually comes from the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. So if you go back to if you go back to the actual Greek, then he's the young man, the blindfolded youth. He's also an artist. He's a lot of depictions of him being like a very profound artist, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but love makes you feel, when you're in love, I mean, art is something that you can like pour your emotions into.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that's so hard to describe with words that you just kind of, it spills out into something else.
Exactly.
Normally.
Like I said earlier, his domain is love and sexual desire. And his...
Aren't we all? No.
His god powers, for lack of a better term, are his arrows can cause any mortal or immortal god to fall in love. He can also...
Okay, hang on one sec. I'm sorry to cut you up. I didn't know he had influence or power over the immortal gods too, actually.
Yes.
I thought he was just kind of up hanging with them. And, when I think of the gods, I have a weird, like, they just kind of vibing, but they just vibe and do whatever. They get bored and start messing around, and that's what causes crazy shit to happen here. You know what I mean? But yeah. I didn't know he could do that to them too.
Yeah, that's actually one of his big stories. So we're going to get there.
That's a game changer.
We'll get there in a bit, because there's a big story about that.
Yo, that's cool.
So his gold tip arrows make you fall in love. Lead tipped make you repulsed by you.
Yeah.
The black ones I could find nothing in, but it made sense for the story, so I put it in there.
And it to be obsidian or whatever it was.
Yeah, it would be like obsidian or.
But that would make the most sense, obviously. Well, I also didn't know that that Cupid had different arrowheads either.
He does.
I call it Cupid arrows.
He does have.
Sorry,
different
I've indoctrinated.
Gotta fix that.
Yeah.
So he's also an interesting character because he has two origin stories. And I had never really heard the first origin story until I dug into him a little bit.
Oh.
So Eros is one of the 4 primordial entities that came to be.
Dang, okay. This is super serious.
It's very
he's
serious.
He's one of the actual OGs.
First there was Chaos.
Yeah, he's a bastard.
And then Earth or Gaia.
She's pretty cool.
Then Tartarus.
The sauce?
Tartarus is Hades realm, the underworld.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Eros or love came forth.
An interesting quad.
So this is the sources for this are from from Hesiod, who wrote in Theogony, and then also Parmenides of Aleia in 400 BCE. So did find some original Greek. You can still find it. Very happy about that.
That's cool.
Okay, sometimes using this origin though. So just we're gonna have to get real cool with a lot of stuff real quick, guys, because it's the gods. Okay, we're gonna get real cool.
Real cool.
Yeah.
Okay, just vibe with us.
Sometimes with this origin, he is born out of an egg that either Nyx, night, lays, or Kronos creates. Kronos is the Titan, father of Zeus, Hades, Demeter, Hera, Hestia,
A time
and
egg.
Poseidon. It's an egg.
A time egg. That's
No.
fun to picture.
Yeah. So
Any quantum physics fans in our audience, hit it up.
So Kronos creates the egg. They don't say lay, they say create. I don't want to know where the egg came from. I don't think any of us want to know where the egg came from. If Kronos creates the egg that Eros hatches from, though, Nyx ends up being Eros' daughter and later consort. We gotta get real cool with this real quick, guys. Let's move past it. There's a lot of incest in the gods. We're just gonna move past
plow through it. Yeah, we're gonna go head first. And, demonetization, here we come.
Now, the later ones that are a different origin story for him, and the one that I am very common with is that he is the child of Aphrodite or Venus and Ares or Mars.
Oh.
Because Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and Ares is the goddess of, or the god of war, like passionate warfare, not like strategic warfare.
Very opposites.
Passion and love, right? Passion and beauty.
Those go hand in hand.
They do go hand in hand. So when he is depicted as like Aphrodite's son, he's a bit of a mama's boy.
Oh yeah.
He is. He pretty much just shoots anyone that Aphrodite tells him to.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, dude,
that could be a good book.
That's the whole thing.
It could be a good show.
In Athens, which was dedicated to the goddess Athena, which we will get to her. Every 4th day of the month was sacred to him, as well as Heracles, Hermes, and Aphrodite. They worshipped him as they saw love as a noble, civic, and philosophical force, especially as they had it in an idealized, non-sexual form.
Yeah, I mean, pretty accurate.
Yeah, it can be.
Accurate description.
So I wanted to play with the dark side of love more in my story because love can also be very dark. When you idealize it, you're really just cutting the dark bits out.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of media portraying love as dangerous for its power, is not easily wielded responsibly.
No.
Anybody can kind of look within themselves and think back to any time they've had a crush on someone or been in love, and those emotions are just so strong.
Very strong.
It can make you completely abandon reason and do things for the sake of love.
Whether or not they're good. So.
And in the words of Meatloaf, I would do anything for love.
Oh my God, I forgot about
but I won't do that.
Fair enough.
You can kind of figure out what that is if you want. Put
that
in the comments what that is. You can decide. Don't get canceled.
Wrong answers only.
Don't get canceled. I don't want to. Well, we like you here. Stay.
Eros was partnered with Hermes and Heracles like a lot, in a lot of different, at least in Athens that I could find. They're gonna, tie him to Aphrodite because in a lot of things he's her son. But Hermes rules over speech and reason as part of his domain.
Yeah.
It's not the only one, and Heracles rules over strength. Now, Athenaeus wrote, oh my gosh, Depinophiste, and he wrote down that when these are united, so when speech/reason, strength, and love are united, friendship and concord are generated, through which the noblest freedom grows together for those who pursue these things.
Oh, that's like me.
It's such a good line. I had to quote him. It was so good.
That was really good.
People
That has to go on like the real captain. That's cool.
Right? Yeah.
That was a good one.
In Thespiae, which is another city-state.
Oh, like the Thespians?
Yes, exactly, the Thespians.
You can tell I didn't study Greek.
Now I can tell.
Or French. I guess I liked more of the Latin cultures.
So Rome is the same thing.
Well,
they just took everything from the Greeks and they're like, it's Roman.
Way to go.
His followers there focused on the fertility aspect of his domain, which I'm gonna kind of skirt around a little bit because boy howdy do we not want to get demonetized.
I really don't.
So we got some myths that he shows up in. He shows in quite a few. The big one, and honestly the famous one that I referenced in the story, was Eros and Psyche.
And Psyche, yeah. I noticed that was mentioned.
I'm going to Cliff Notes this because it is a big, thick story.
Really?
So we're going to Cliff Notes it or we'll be here all night.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. So Aphrodite gets jealous of a mortal princess's beauty. Her name is Psyche. Men stopped worshiping Aphrodite at her temples because they wanted to go drool over Psyche instead.
Oh.
So, yeah, does not make Aphrodite happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So she tells Eros, go make Psyche fall in love with the ugliest man possible. As he's trying to do that, right, he's pulling his arrow, he accidentally licks himself while he's staring at Psyche and falls in love with her.
Oh, no.
So he whisks her away to his home. Side note here, sometimes it's consent, sometimes it's non-consent. Does
that mean she was the ugliest person possible?
No. Eros fell in love with her because he was not able to make her fall in love with the ugliest man possible.
Oh.
It was an accident. He screwed up pretty much.
Rough.
But Psyche does end up living with Eros happily, and then her jealous sisters visit and have her betray his trust. Most of the time, this is he's been sleeping next to her, and he said, you can't have the light on, you can't see my face, and then she steals a lantern and looks at him while he's sleeping and betrays his trust on this. So Eros leaves her and Psyche wanders the earth looking for him. She visits Demeter and Hera for advice, but finds none. And then she visits Aphrodite, who is Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Aphrodite is the reason she's in this mess. She gives Psyche 4 difficult tasks to complete, but Eros pleads with the god or aspects of nature to kind of help her out.
Oh.
The first one is she has to sort a massive pile of mixed grains or seeds by evening, sometimes dawn, depending on what time of day she's starting.
That sounds horrible. Not imagining any cool ways to do that.
Well, you know what? Eros had a bunch of ants go and help her.
This still sounds like a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie. It's a pain in the ants. Sorry.
I'm disappointed.
That was the worst joke I've ever had on the show.
I think that gets to be the worst one.
I'm a little sick and it's late, guys. It's been a long week. We had to go to the bank today. Let's just put it that way. My brain's fried.
Bank. The second one is collecting golden wool from dangerous sheep, which a reed by the riverbank offers her advice, and I feel like this is just Eros in disguise.
That has the funniest picture in my head. I have a little reed with a little face. It's just him.
Wait till they go there. They'll settle down at night. Then you can get it.
He's all stealth and he's ducking about. He's a reed.
I
like that.
She's then told you need to fetch water from the source of the river Styx, which is the river that there's always the ferryman, Karen, ferrying you down into Tartarus. That river is the river Styx.
Yeah. I've heard of the river Styx several times.
Zeus.
It's a very famous river.
It's a very famous river. Zeus sends an eagle to grab the flask from her, fill it, and return it. And then the last one is to retrieve a potion of Persephone's beauty ointment from the underworld. and a ruined tower gives her detailed instructions. Again, I feel like this is just Eros.
Where does she even keep that?
Well, Persephone's a whole thing.
Where is that even kept? Is there a freaking underworld bathroom?
Probably.
Underworld medicine cabinet?
Well, Persephone at this point would be the queen of the underworld, so like she'd probably have one.
Isn't it Persephone?
No. Just made all the
Someone has to make it hard for you.
You made all the Hellenic witches just screech.
Someone has to make it hard for you in here.
So in the instructions, it's told, like, just keep it in its box. Don't look at it. Like, not great. She's still the queen of the dead. So don't open it. Don't look at it. Psyche gets pretty much all the way back, but then curiosity gets her, and she does look upon the bedevilment, and she does literally start dying.
Typical.
Humans and
Typical. Well, maybe not the dying part, but the,
curiosity.
Curiosity.
Aphrodite does stay true, though, and she helps Eros find Psyche.
Nice.
Even though Psyche's dying.
Fair.
But then Zeus makes her a goddess, and she is thus depicted with butterfly wings.
It's a big ask.
It's a big ask. I don't know what Eros had on him. I'm going to be real.
Oh, my.
So before we get all like romanticizing Eros and Psyche, because it's really easy to do that, and it is a good story, but Eros does some couple screwed up things here. He facilitates...
Typical man.
No, he facilitates two sexual assaults.
Unfortunately, typical man.
Yeah. The first one is he makes a young shepherd fall in love with a water nymph, a naiad. She doesn't return that affection, at all. So the shepherd, the little young shepherd's like, just if you don't love me, can you just kill me? Put me out of this misery of this unrequited love. She's like, all right. So she kills him.
Mercy, though. Because you know how it feels.
Eros is like really upset with this. And he's like, how dare you? So he hits Dionysus and makes him fall in love with the naiad. Dionysus then gets the naiad drunk and... Of
course he does.
And forces him.
I was waiting for that part.
And, just kind of does the essay thingy.
Not good.
Second one of Artemis's followers, and Artemis is the virginal goddess of the hunt. We will keep digging more into more gods here, I promise. She boasts that she has a more virginal body than Artemis, because Artemis is too curvy to be virginal.
What the hell do you define virginal?
Dude, I don't know. I think...
It's just a stubborn thing.
I think that's just a thing.
It's just a stubborn thing.
Okay, so Artemis gets pretty mad, because now this brings her virginity into question.
How dare you?
She asks Nemesis...
Sorry.
She asks Nemesis, who is goddess of vengeance and retribution, to help. Nemesis orders Eros to sick Dionysus on the follower. And of course, he does it.
I've seen this kind of shit on TikTok.
This is old Greek drama. We have not changed.
No. Not in thousands of years or whatever. How long ago was this?
This is just a few thousand years ago. 400 BCE was when one of them was written. So it's been a few thousand years.
My goodness, people.
We do not change.
We gotta get our stuff together.
He really likes to mess with Artemis, because apparently he had two hunting companions of Artemis fall in love.
Oh.
So again, look, the gods are petty a little bit here.
I can tell. I'm starting to see a pattern.
Aphrodite is really upset because Rhodopis and Eunythicus, who are the hunting companions, Aphrodite's like, well, how dare they be virginal and reject love and marriage? I'm really upset by this. And then she goes to Eros and fix it. So he makes him fall in love, which upsets Artemis. So Artemis turns Rhodopis into a freaking fountain.
Not a good fate.
I can't make this up.
Not a good fate to be a fountain.
I don't know. And
especially a drinking fountain. So
before anyone asks,
lucky he didn't become one of those.
I couldn't figure out what happened to Eunythicus. It just kind of my source just cut off. And I went, what happens to Eunythicus?
Oh no. Well, maybe we don't want to know then.
We don't want to know.
That one might be censored for a reason.
Fair enough.
It's down in the Vatican archives.
Now get this. This is maybe when he's a child, because this feels a very childlike thing to do. So him and Aphrodite are playing in a field. and they have a friendly competition. Like, ooh, let's see who can gather the most flowers. So he's like, all right, sweet. I've got wings. I'll just fly around and gather flowers, right? So he's poised to win. Like, he is set to win. A nymph turns into a dove to help Aphrodite win.
Yep.
So he kind of gets, it almost feels like he has a tantrum, and then he turns her into a dove permanently.
And the moral of this story, and many like it, is don't try to one-up someone and be a butthead.
Probably. I mean, well,
especially if you can't back up your arrogant claims.
Well, it was just like a friendly competition. It wasn't like arrogance or anything.
Backfired.
It did backfire. So, but the nymph who got turned into a dove. So it feels like a very childish thing to do. Like, oh well, yeah. So I'm not sure. It doesn't ever say like if he was a child then or not, but it feels like that.
It would make sense.
Now, another time when Eros was either a child or he was depicted as a child or whatever, he tried to bend his bow, like, get the string taut and everything. And the god Apollo, sun god in the chariot, mocked him by saying that he should leave the weapons to the older gods.
Ooh.
Oh boy, does Eros friggin' react poorly to that. He strikes Apollo with a love arrow and makes him fall in love with Daphne, a nymph of the woods.
Oh, shoot.
Well, now he hits Daphne with a lead arrow. And the one that repulses you from Apollo, right? So now she's repulsed from Apollo and he's in love. Literally,
this is a soap opera.
Literally, Daphne has to get transformed in a tree to escape Apollo's affections.
These stories are getting weirder, guys.
Oh, no. Okay, so those are the stories I found of Eros, and I promise you, the more gods we cover, the weirder they're going to get.
I'm down for it.
Wait till you hear about how Zeus transformed into gold and got people pregnant.
Spoiler alert. Oh
my gosh. And that's not even the craziest one. Some of them on the Zeus ones, I went, what the fuck is Zeus up to?
Oh, yeah, that's an enigma.
What? Okay. Zeus, what are you doing?
That's an enigma.
Zeus be out here Zeusing. But yeah, so that is what I have on Eros. I would say, okay, maybe as a child he had a couple tantrums. He's a bit of a mommy's boy.
Yeah.
Overall, not a terrible person. Definitely done some things.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
Maybe not that bad, but
that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. Maybe not in their realm though. We can't judge it on our.
Well,
we can't judge on our scale of morality in a way, or justice and stuff like that. So.
Well, and the Greeks were there was a lot of that in their stuff. Their myths.
I'm sort of trying not to be blasphemous as well and call them out so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. So there are Hellenic witches, and I don't want to dishonor the old gods. I already felt kind of wonky doing the horror story, but I was like, look, if you don't like it, let me know. And nobody said anything, so we're good.
I am but merely a puny human.
Yep.
Nothing to a god.
No, pretty much.
Anything I say anyway, it's just merely noise. I didn't mean to get that deep.
That was really deep.
I just mentioned, I meant more in regards to it doesn't really matter because God should be able to just be like, fuck, doesn't matter what you say, fuck off.
Yeah, we're not trying to be too mean, but I would say, honestly, I don't know. Maybe he just has a couple little things, but it kind of a shade of gray. I think one of the big things about the old gods that I have been studying is a lot of them are shades of gray.
Yeah, that's how you should always judge things. Nothing's binary.
No.
Except computer code.
That's fair. Well, they're getting away from binary, I thought.
Well, machine code, it all converts into binary. We won't go down that rabbit hole tonight.
Please don't, because my brain already was trying to go down there, and I'm like, I'm too tired, brain.
Well, at the end of the day, it's pixel on or pixel off.
That's fair.
In just the most simplistic terms in the universe. It's way more complicated than that, but my point is 1 or 0.
So
that's not how our world is.
I know it was short and sweet, and I hope everybody has a really good Valentine's Day. If that is a Galentine's Day, if that is sitting at
Valentine's Day. Solo Times Day.
Solo Times Day.
Is there any cool hashtags for this yet?
Single Times Day.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with one.
Put in the comments.
Well, yeah, if you guys got a good one for that,
put in the comments. What do you want to call it?
Smash it in the comments.
So, try to have and if it's just a Saturday for you, I want you to have the best Saturday that you deserve. Honestly,
whatever day you're listening to this, have the best day.
Because Just remember, Eros, if you have not found your true love, Eros might still be out there trying to find it for you.
Yep. And maybe they're trying to find the person to shoot that'll fall in love with you instead.
This is true.
It's just you got to be patient.
And so I hope that this kind of shorter one, but just as sweet episode made Eros crystal clear.
Much
Bye.
love. Oh.
Whoop.
I wanted to just say since, the theme of it, obviously. Spread the love. Bye.
Bye. Follow us on Threads and Insta at Wormsong Media. That's WYRMSONG Media. Want to reach out to us? Email us at wormsongmedia@gmail. Again, that's WYRMSONGMEDIA@gmail.